What is up? It is that time of year, and I am so excited, and I hope you are so excited. Alright, I don't know where you're at on this Thanksgiving feast journey with Truffle Shuffle, but we're at the right stop over here, okay? And that's because we're gonna make our Brussels sprouts, alright? We're not just making any Brussels sprouts, right? Because Brussels sprouts are a very particular vegetable, right? You make them wrong, they're crunchy, and kind of taste like horseradish, right? You ever notice that? You ever notice that, Nick? Like have a little bit of like a astringent flavor to them, right? You make them right, and they're crispy, right? Not crunchy, crispy, right? Chewy, delicious, right? And hit all of those notes that you are looking for in something like a vegetable that you can eat, super delicious, and you feel good about it, right? You feel good about it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make my world famous, okay, glazed Brussels sprouts. And I wanted to tell you where this recipe even came from. And some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not know, that Jason, believe it or not, is not college educated, right? I know. You're like, what? I thought you had a PhD. Turns out I don't at all. I know. It's, yeah. Anyways. Not even went to culinary school, okay? Never even went to culinary school. But what I did do is I did what's called a culinary apprenticeship program. And so what that means is that I went and I worked at this hotel for about 4 years. And I got to work at, I started it at a hotel in New Hampshire called the Balsams, which if you know of it, that's crazy. And then I moved to a hotel in Georgia to be closer to my family called Sea Island. And Sea Island's a really cool property, a little lesser known outside of the area, but truly competes on the level of the Wynn in Las Vegas, right? So there's only 2 properties in the world that have ever achieved what's called a 20-star status. One's the Wynn, right? And then one is Sea Island. And so I got to train there, and what was really cool was they had literally 27 different kitchens, right? They had about 9 restaurants, and I got to work in every kitchen. So one kitchen would be the bakery or the saucier, and then all the different restaurants, everything from, we had a snack bar up to a 5-star dining room. And I got to work all the different stations, and I got so much experience. And while I was there, we started a competition team, right? And I got nominated to be the captain of the competition team, even though I was the youngest one in the group, and I took it very seriously, right? And we went on without a coach. We went and competed at the national level, all right, and beat out all these kids that did have the money to go to culinary school and did have coaches, and it was just us rolling up in my Toyota 4Runner and a U-Haul, right? And one of the dishes that helped us be so successful with this was this salad that I made, right? And so we made 4 courses, one of which was a salad, and I made what they call as a gold star salad. So anytime anyone judged it, boom, gold stars. The salad was on the bottom of the plate, we put goat cheese, and we did it where it looked like the plate, so it was like a surprise. And then we did a bacon sherry vinaigrette, right? And then we did caramelized Brussels sprouts, plus like blanched leaves, hazelnuts, and then some marigold little flower petals, so it looked beautiful, and a little bit of frisee, right? Really beautiful, really nice. But what everybody really liked was that we took these Brussels sprouts and then dressed them in this bacon sherry honey vinaigrette, right? And basically glazed them in it. And people loved that. They could not, they thought they liked the salad, they liked the Brussels sprouts, okay? So what I'm gonna show you guys how to do today is how to make just those Brussels sprouts. And it's a little acidic, but we're not necessarily putting a vinaigrette on it. We're gonna put this glaze on it that will go perfect with those potato salads making, right? Or with any other sides you got at home, that stuffing, some sweet potatoes. And so you're gonna absolutely love this. And I've optimized this recipe for you to drink while making it. That's right. Optimize for the best drinking preferences possible for you. And so we're gonna start off here, run through our mise en place. First of which, you'll need a cutting board. Next, we're gonna need a knife, all right? I'd advise, let's get all the knife work out of the way, and then you guys go grab those cocktails out there. We'll need a large saute pan. I got a nice cast iron here. You see this? Oh yeah. Nice cast iron. And then you need a casserole dish. That's right. Next, we got a wooden spoon. We need a mixing bowl. And some aluminum lined sheet trays. Alright, I got these little cookie trays. So we got this little tiny oven over here, but you might just want a full sheet tray. Okay, a little full sheet tray action. At home. And if you got all of those items, could we see a... How do they do that turkey? A gobble out there, okay. Alright. You guys see my turkey? Can you see how it looks like a turkey? Yeah? Can you hear it? No, we're not. No, we're not gonna eat you. That's crazy. You think there's a whole holiday around eating turkey? Okay. We'll get that. We'll get to that later. So, first thing we want to do here is preheat that oven to 425. Okay, that's 425. Alright? Once you've done that, perfect. Next, we're going to get into how to, okay, properly clean those Brussels sprouts. Alright? So, you guys got your beautiful Brussels sprouts, right? You'll have a little canola oil, a little sherry vinegar, a little Dijon mustard, some sage, some bacon. Okay, can't go wrong with bacon. If you don't like bacon, don't put the bacon in there. Okay, a little truffle honey and a pinch of truffle salt. So we're gonna start with the Brussels. And Brussels are crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen how they grow. They grow, it's almost like a cactus, right? It's like on a stalk. Some are like corn. And so they cut it off of the stalk here. And now what we want to do is cut down just enough where any excess leaves fall off. But not so much that they all fall off. And then we're going to cut that in half. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead. We want to clean all those Brussels sprouts. I'll show you guys a little trick here. You see how my board is higher than this tray? Whenever you're doing large prep projects, you can utilize things like that to your advantage, right? To keep your board clean. And the more you keep your board clean, the faster you can work. So that guy in half, whooping. And this allows you to get really nice, smooth cuts. Where when we go to cook these, they'll keep their texture, right? So if you were to just cut these like in quarters or not leave a little bit of root attached, they wouldn't keep their texture. So we're going to go ahead and keep cutting these. And then I'll come and check back in on you once we get them all done, okay? Alright, welcome back. We got all this Brussels sprouts chopped up there. And then we got a little tray. And then we can just go ahead and compost those very easily. And you've kept your kitchen clean. So, next we want to go ahead and we're going to chiffonade that sage. So I'll show you how we're going to do this. We got our sage over here. And we'll go ahead and we're going to pick these leaves. And then we'll get this nicely chiffonaded, okay? So we're picking these leaves. So we'll get all the leaves picked first. Now what we're going to do is you want to take them and kind of lay them flat on top of each other. Put in ideally the biggest one on top. Alright, so you're pulling them out. laying them flat. Awesome little dog. Alright, now we got these. Now what we're going to come through is you can either do the rocking motion, and I'll show you that one here, right? Where you slice real fine and rock it. Or sometimes when you're shifting down something, you can use just the top part of your knife, and you'll find your groove. I find if you use just one part of your knife and more of a chopping motion, you can do it faster. But if you're not super comfortable with the knife, then the rocking motion also works great. And you'll try to get it as fine as possible. Now we got this beautiful chiffonaded sage here. Wow. And as you're cutting it, it should be smelling amazing. Oh yes. Alright, and you can dry the rest of that sage and use it to get rid of any bad omens. Any bad omens with the rest of that sage. Okay, so I got all this chiffonaded, right? Beautiful little sage. We'll pop it in a little bowl here. I got a little plate bowl. And then after that, we're going to get into our bacon. That's right. The bacon. Okay. Doing good? Thumbs up. Turkey. Okay. Neck, bacon. Popping it out here. We're going to come through. Okay. And what we want to get is good sized dices. Okay. So we're going to cut it. And I'll show you what we're looking for here. Not so small where it shrivels up into nothing. Right. About a small dice. Okay. So approximately 1/6 of a Lego. Alright? 1/6 of your average size Lego. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't believe you. Okay? I'm pretty sure everybody knows what size a Lego is. Nick, you know what size a Lego is?
Oh yeah.
Alright. So we're cutting into little planks first. And then cutting it into little dices. You guys see that there? Whoop-bam! Alright. And then, once we're done with this knife, you guys can start drinking out there. Oh. Are you already drinking? Okay. We got some wild truffle shufflers. Alright, they are ready for Thanksgiving. They know the in-laws are coming. Gotta get those cocktails going. Alright. I'm almost there with this bacon. And you out there are doing an amazing job. Okay, doing a great job. I'm proud of you. Happy to be cooking with you today. Alright. So, we got our bacon dice. I got a little piece that's kind of on the end. I'm going to toss that. Now we want to turn our saute pan onto medium heat. Okay? Just above low and right below high. Medium. What we chefs like to do is use a little bit of canola oil, right? So I'll use about half of this oil here to help render out this bacon. And it's going to start smelling awesome. And we've now officially entered what I call bacon mode.
Bacon mode.
Alright. Okay, so we're going to start rendering this out. And so whenever you're rendering something, you don't want to keep stirring it, okay? You want to let it sit and then stir, let it sit and then stir. So the rotation for you might be stir, sip, sip again, and then stir. And do your best to make sure it's nice and spread out there. We're gonna get this nice and brown. Alright, so we want to get all that fat nicely rendered out. Alright, you can go ahead and add the rest of that canola oil. Because ultimately, all this canola oil is going to end up dressing our Brussels. You want all the white fat to be rendered out, okay? Which means it's nice and soft. When you go to bite into it, it kind of melts in your mouth. And then, what do you think, Nick? How is it smelling out there?
Oh, yeah.
Nick is an incredible truffle shuffler that helps make all of these live videos for you. So, I know he can't hear it, but let's go ahead. Let's give him a round of applause. And if you love these videos, alright, you can send him an email directly, nick@truffleshufflesf.com, alright? And if you have a way for him to improve them, also let him know, okay? We want that feedback. We want that feedback. Alright, so this is looking really good here. I'm going to turn the heat off. And then we're going to go in. We're going to add we're going to pull the bacon out, alright? This will be to add to our Brussels sprouts later. Okay. So we got that bacon right there. We're just going to set that right next to our sage. And then we can do one or two things, alright? We can put the fat in the bowl and toss it, or we can put the Brussels in the pan and toss it. Whichever one you feel you have more surface area, you'll want to do that. I'm going to get this into the pan here. As a chef, I'm more comfortable tossing in the pan. I'm going to shake it, get everything mixed up about. And then we also want to add a little bit of Bolognese truffle salt. That is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to add about 1 pinch there. You see that pinch? 1 nice pinch. Alright, cancel. 2 nice pinches. Wow, this is looking great. So excited. Save that bowl, okay? We're going to need that. Now we're going to lay out our seat trays here. Okay, get all that salt incorporated. And then we want to spread it out. You just want to make sure you got a nice even layer, okay? A nice even layer. Oh. Alright, look at that. Nice even layer. A little bit more on this one, but still, nice even layer. These are going in that oven. If you toss it in the pan, just take 1 second and kind of just wipe out anything that you think might burn. Perfect. And while those are in there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to set our timer. So, DJ Nick, could I have a 15-minute timer? Please and thank you. While that's going, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a gas streak, okay? A glaze in our pan. And I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to use our sherry vinegar. So a glaze like this is usually equal parts vinegar and something sweet, right? When you add that sherry vinegar, just know it's like a vinegar bomb, okay? Now we're going to get our Dijon in there. It's going to smell crazy. Now we're going to get all that truffle honey, okay? So we gave you 2 jars so that you could pour both these in at the same time. Right? It might be a little bit smaller of a pour. You see that action going on out there? Okay, we're going to put a little opera going on out there. Make sure you get all that truffle honey out, okay? Cool little trick, if you got any left like that, you see that? Just pop it on top of your oven, okay? And it should warm the rest of the way. We want to come in with a whisk, and we're going to stir this. And we want this on medium-high, okay? You don't want this on a full boil because it'll cook too fast. We want to caramelize the sugars and really make sure that the mustard gets incorporated. Alright, that's looking good. We just need the rest of that honey to loosen up. We'll add it to this guy, and then we're going to cook that down to a glaze. I got my glaze where I want it. I want to show you guys what the test is for this, okay? We're going to come in with a spoon, and what you're going to do is run your spoon through the back of the pan, right? And then it's going to be hot, okay? So blow on it, and then you'll run your finger through. And once you can hold that line and it sticks, right? That's exactly what you're looking for out there. On my end, I got about 10 minutes on this Brussels sprouts. About halfway through, we'll rotate them. And so what we want to do is let this sit. You don't want it to get too cold, so just keep it in a warm spot. And then, let's say yours is too thick right now, right? You can actually just add a little bit of water or even apple juice, right? A little apple juice to loosen it, right? And then bring it down to that right consistency that you're looking for, what's going to coat those Brussels sprouts. And so at this stage, we got our bacon, our sage, our truffle honey glaze over here, and we're ready to knock this out of the park. All right, let's see how those Brussels are looking. Oh. Oh my God. Look at those. Looking amazing, right? Nice and crispy. Woo-hoo-hoo! And then we'll do our little fork test here. Okay, now we've found the fork. Yep, nice. See how it goes in really, really smooth, right? You guys are gonna love these. Absolutely love these. Yes, you will. Love these Brussels sprouts. Now, we gotta toss them up. Okay, so grab that bowl. We're gonna get those Brussels sprouts in the bowl. Okay, so we're gonna do the Brussels sprouts down first. All right, thank you. Thank you very much, oven. Thanks for letting me know that the Brussels sprouts are done. Okay. Everything in there, all right? No Brussels left behind. No Brussels left behind out there. Look, I know you want to eat one right now, but don't. All right, don't. Why? Because I need you to enjoy this. When they are glazed, all this gloriousness here, okay? So it's a simple dish, but it's an amazing dish, all right? So now, I like to just go ahead and let's reheat that cast iron real quick, okay? We're gonna reheat that cast iron real quick. And that sauce, okay? Whatever you have it in. I got mine in a cast iron. We're adding our sage. We're adding our bacon. Okay? We're gonna give it a little pinch of that truffle salt, okay? Oh, yes. And then you want to make sure you have some sort of little spatula. That wooden spoon can even work, okay? And we're going in with that glaze. Oh my Lord. Have you seen this glaze? We're glazing the Brussels sprouts. Have you seen this glaze? We're glazing the Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah. Make sure you get all that out. Alright, now we need to go in and get the Brussels sprouts glazed. Get the Brussels sprouts glazed. Get the Brussels sprouts glazed. Yeah, we gotta get them glazed. Wow. Okay, now you get the taste one, alright? They're gonna be hot. Oh! That is life. That is life there. I'm gonna add a little bit more truffle salt to mine. Alright, I'm gonna use this bowl, give it a nice toss there. Okay, nice and sticky. Now we're gonna get them into our casserole dish. Wow. This is looking amazing! Look at the Brussels sprouts! Oh, wow. Okay, and then smooth them out, nice even layers so they cool down. And you, my friends, okay, have just made the world's greatest Brussels sprouts. Look at those. I'm gonna try one more, okay. And now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jason, could I just add some goat cheese and frisee and call this a salad? Yeah. Yeah, you can. Do you want to know how many calories are going to be in that salad? I'm not going to tell you. And so, you got your Brussels sprouts. If you're eating them now, okay, please enjoy. If you're saving them and you're going to reheat them, you can go ahead and just plastic wrap this, foil it, right? Do not touch on the top of it, okay? Maybe write something like, what's something people don't want to eat? Maybe write like overcooked broccoli, just to trick people so they don't eat it. On the top, do not eat. And the next day you can just heat them up for about 10 minutes, right? And what I like to do is heat it up with the foil on and then take that off and then get a little steamy action going there. Thank you for joining us for this masterclass on how to make some glazed Brussels sprouts. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.